we're gonna put Irma Thomas on hold for a second because I've got a living legend live here on the air. I'm talking about none other than Mr. Chickenhead Sue. That must be a booger bear up under there. I'm talking about the one and only Mr. Bobby Rush. How you doing, Mr. Rush?
Man, I'm doing great, man. Every time I'm talking to a man as blues as you are, and with a biblical name like Jacob, come on, man. and you spreading the news. How about that?
You got that right.
Yeah, man. This is so great, man. Let me say before we start the interview, thank you for what you've done, what you plan to do, because you got a great show. Everybody been telling you about Brother Jacob with the blues and news. And, man, they're spreading all over the world, and everybody that's come through that area always listen to you. So you're doing a good job. I want to tell you, keep it up. Good job.
Thank you so much, Mr. Rush. Mr. Rush, I really do admire you for your work and what you've done in the blues. And, as some of the listeners know, and as I talked to you once, you were up here in Griffith, Indiana a couple of months ago at the first Griffith Blues Festival. And I gave you a copy of my record where I covered Sue because I really do look up to you. So I'm trying to do my part, trying to sing the blues and play the blues too. So Mr. Rush, thank you so much for joining us. Would you mind telling the listeners, first question I have for you is, where were you born and how'd you get started in the blues?
Well, let me tell you, it may take me 5 days to do this, but we're going to try to do it in short terms here.
All right.
I was born in a little place called Homer, Haynesville, Louisiana. I left my little hometown in 1947. Went to Pine Bluff, Arkansas with my dad, who was a pastor, preacher,
my Lord,
and a church in Arkansas for many, many years in Pine Bluff, Arkansas. In 1951, I left because I met B.B. King, and he was, Rufus Thomas, lured me into coming to Memphis, Tennessee, where to meet Willie Dixon. And he was all the way from Pittsburgh, Mississippi. And he convinced me to come to Chicago. I didn't go right then, but 6 or 8 months later, I went back to Louisiana, where I met Little Walter. And he was living in Chicago already for a year or two. He convinced me to come to Chicago in 1951. So when I went to Chicago, at Chess Records, Willie Dixon was already there. Little Walter was there. Jimmy Reed was there, but he wasn't recording there. He was recording at CJ Records at the time, which is VJ Records.
Right.
And Smokey Hall, Pine Top Perkins was there. Then in 1953, Jimmy Reed went to work for VJ Records. And also that same year, Bo Diddley came. 1957, Etta James came. So did Buddy Guy came. I believe now I may be if I'm not the oldest, I'm still the ugly. I'm about the oldest blues singer out of that mold not living. The next person will be out of that at that time will be Chuck Berry. He came after I came. After I came. It's a good time to talk about all these things because I remember it's so sad that the late Willie Dixon, his widow, passed a few days ago.
Yes.
Marie Dixon, and I want to tell while we're talking about that, my prayer goes out for the family, for the kids, the grandchildren, because I was a friend to Willie Dixon from 1951 up until he departed from this land. And when he moved on Troy, on Troop Street, I was the one who got with him to move out on Troop Street when he first moved there. It's just a touching thing and such a remembering thing that as we talk, it just remind me of that friendship that we had, the things that he did for the Muddy and the Howler Wolf and all the writing and stuff that he did at Chester Recording Company. And for all the entertainers and the musicians that came through that way, Willie Dixon was an A&R name for Bill Chesty, Little Chest. So I don't want to get too bent in the way of talking about that now, but it just reminds me of our friendship, and I regret it so highly, and I'm so church, we all remember him, but we never forget it.
That's right. Absolutely.
And we never forget Marie too, because she stood by her husband with Willie Dixon. All them years and all the kids and grandkids and great-great-grandchildren. So if they listen to my voice tonight, I want to tell all of them, hold their heads up because God can make no mistake.
You got that right, Mr. Rush, and we're gonna do our part to keep preserving the legacy of Willie Dixon and all those other greats that aren't here with us anymore. We got to keep it going for them.
That's right. Got to keep it going.
So
that's kind of like started with Bobby Rush. That's kind of like where I started. I started way back with my Elmo James was in my band, Freddie King was in my band.
Oh my
I came to
goodness.
Chicago, and many guys came through during the time that I came through.
So you,
I always take my hat off to Muddy Water and Hollywood, the Little Walker, Willie Dixon, the B.B. King. All the guys came along with me and before me. The Louis Jordan and all the guys, Pat Domino, Chip Ferry, all these guys, I came along as a young man with them. They were a little bit older than I, but not that much. But that's what brought me through. So I'm hoping that I will set and leave something where young people can grab hold to and follow my footsteps and try to do what they do and do it well. My motto is, I must do all I can while I can, because when I come down, I cannot do, and I won't regret what I did not do.
Amen. I like that in you, Mr. Rush. Now, can you tell us, because you just name dropped a lot of people. You have worked with some of the best. So tell us again. You've been touring. You've been doing the blues for over 50 years. Is that what I hear you saying?
50 years. That was 64 years this year, man.
Oh my goodness, 64 years. So how often are you touring?
Years.
How often are you touring these days?
Well, I don't tour as much as I used to. Now I'm only doing about 220 shows a year.
Oh
I
my
used to do
goodness.
300 some odd shows a year. Now I got to go down to about 225. And that's still a lot, man. I work a lot, man.
Woo.
I have worked on 40 shows a year for the last 55 years.
Wow! Oh my goodness! you just made it seem like not that much.
But it takes that when you're an underdog, when you're not getting the kind of money that the big boys get, you have to work a lot of days to make up for the small monies, you know. But it's getting better now, and I'll tell you now, when we're talking about that, I'm so thankful that I have crossed over. I have a white audience and a black audience. I'm saying this because one thing for sure, and this is my motto, that I want to cross over, but I don't want to cross out, because I'm always thinking about the bridge that brought me across, and I don't ever want to forget that, where I come from. And as a whole, that people have been listening to me from all points of life, from all race, creeds, or colors, and I don't want to keep it like that. I don't want to have just one music. I don't want to say I'm going to record this because I think this is what white people like. I'm going to record like this because I think this is what black people like. I want to record good music and hope everyone likes it. It's not a black and white issue with me. It's the love of the music.
Amen. I like that. And you got plenty of fans, and especially here in Chicago, I grew up listening to Purvis Spann spinning those records, Bobby Rush and Tyrone Davis.
Man. I lived there for 48 years in Chicago.
Right.
48 years, Jacob, in Chicago.
Right.
But even though I was in Chicago, but I was working out of Chicago all over the country. Doing what we do, traveling as entertainers and musicians, you know?
Right. So let me ask you a question, Mr. Rush. What do you think about some of this new music out here? I was at your show in Griffin, Indiana, over at the Griffin Blues Festival, and you told us, you said, now some of them rappers stole that stuff from you and James Brown.
Yeah, well, let me be honest with you. I like a lot of music. I don't like everything that the rappers are doing, but I want to set this straight.
Okay.
The rappers do what they know to do. It's like writing a book. You can only write about what you know about.
Right.
And they don't know anything to do but that. But then again, I don't endorse some some of the things that set into the records, all the bees and the whole bit and the curse and the whole bit. I don't agree with that. But then again, who to say who's right or who's wrong?
Right.
And even though we got the pants down, I don't endorse the pants down. My motto is that if you lift the head level up, the pants will come with it. That's what we got to instill the young people. The head level. Get into the head level and let's talk about good things. Let's respect the ladies. Let's respect the old elders. Let's respect the young kids, because we tired of looking at children doing something they don't have any business doing. You look at them and you say, well, I don't care about that. It's not my child. It is your child. It is your business. We all should speak up about the things that's wrong and teach people the way to go and encourage them for what they're doing, whether you like it or not. Just encourage it, because we all can learn from the young people.
Absolutely. Right on. I agree 100% with you on that. Now, let me ask you this now. So you've been nominated for 3 Grammy Awards, 41 nominations for BMAs, and then you also got 10 awards, and you've been inducted into the Blues Hall of Fame. Did I get that right?
Well, I think it's 48 times I've been up for a Blues Award.
Oh,
I think I won it 20 and something times. And I've been up for the Grammy 3 times, and hopefully we'll be up again. My motto is that even if, definitely everybody wants to bring the trophy home.
Right.
But if I'm in the race of the trophy winner, I'm still a winner because I'm in the race. Because, in this race, I believe this time if I'm in the race, I'll be in with the Ed Clapton, the Barney Ray, and people like that, Elton John. When you're in that kind of class, even if you don't bring it home, if you're in that class of being nominated in that kind of a class, in that kind of race, man, you're in high class, man. Yeah, I'm just so thankful to be in this race.
Hey, man, I agree with you.
If I don't bring it home, I'm still a winner,
Right, but we won't. We here listening at UIC Radio. We pulling for you to get, because I know your Porcupine Meat is up for a Grammy, and I want to ask you about that in a second.
Yeah,
we gotta, we want to know. Too fat to eat and too lean to throw away.
Porcupine Meat.
Too fat to eat and too lean to throw away.
Porcupine. Too fat to throw away. See, Porcupine Meat, I just use it as a subject to what I was going to talk about. An example. I mean, it's like you're being in love with this woman. No, she don't mean you're no good. You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. You want to leave her, but you can't leave her alone, because I'm afraid she may call up old Jacob, Brother Jacob might Yeah, he threw all that brother stuff out the window, and he's like, and I don't want that. So I tell you, it's like Porcupine Meat. Too fat to eat, too lean to throw away.
Woo-wee. Well,
but you know what, though, man? This record here got about 6 or 8 songs on it. It's going to be very good, and all of them equally is good. But that's a good thing. But sometimes that's a bad thing, because when you fit it to 10 DJs, you got 10 DJs playing 10 different things. So you don't get no concentrated play on no one thing. But the good thing about that is that people like it, whether to play a lot of things on it. That means you got a good CD. Right. So I'm thankful for that.
And you're right about that. Because I was listening to the CD, and there's a whole lot of stuff on it that's good. And it's harder for me because I keep pulling back. And how many songs are you recording now? Because I go back to your old stuff like Sue and Night Fishing, and then now we got Porcupine Meat, and I don't want nobody hanging around my house.
I don't want nobody hanging around. I don't want nobody hanging around my house or at home. If the preacher comes out when you're by yourself, tell him if he wants some chicken, tell him to get it from somewhere else.
Can't get no chicken.
I said it all in joke, but those are true kind of fans from somewhere. It don't have to be me, but somebody think like that in this life. Some things happen to someone like that. So, and the funky pop, me, myself, and I.
Yep.
I have a song that's on real serious kind of a song called False Accused. And where the world going now, all this stuff going on with the police brutality around the country. and people being accused of something they're not doing, and sometimes they're doing things they shouldn't be doing. So false accused, you know.
Right. Wow.
And I'm talking about those kind of things. So if anybody hasn't got this CD, go out and get it, you know. And if you talk about if you haven't got it, go to the nearest record shop there in Chicago and pick it up and come get it.
That's
right. You
right.
can come by to see me this coming Friday night down at Buddy Guy's.
So
Buddy Guy Legends. That's why I be in town this week.
So you're going to be down at Buddy Guy's Legends on Friday. This Friday.
Yes, on Friday. That's a day after Thanksgiving. So you're full of turkey. Come on out and shake it down with me.
I like that.
Take it on down with me. If you're full of turkey, come on down and have your glass of whatever Kool-Aid and have some fun with me. Let me shake your turkey down. You know?
That's right.
Let me shake your turkey. We'll be there. We got a show at it's 8:45 show, I believe it is, and 11:30 show.
Okay.
So come on down because it's going to be a full house. Come early so you can get yourself a good seat because it's definitely going to sell out. Because I don't come to Chicago that much, a couple of times a year. But when I do come, I have a lot of friends and people want to hear me sing Sue and ain't studying chicken head.
Yes,
you know,
yes.
It's everything that I've done in the past. I can't do them all when you got 374 records. But
I was just about to ask you how many. 374.
374 recordings I have through the years since 1951 up to now.
Oh my goodness! And my next question for you now: do you have any more left in you?
Oh yeah, God, dog. If you just wait, If the Bible Womack said one time, if you think you're lonely now, wait till the night. If you think all you have to wait till my next one comes. Yeah. If you think I give you all I got, just wait till the next one comes.
Oh yes, absolutely. We are going to be waiting, and we're going to be. I'm going to tell everybody to go to your website at BobbyRushBluesman.com where they can find more information about Porcupine Meat and where they can get that CD or go to the local record shop and support local businesses and buy that Porcupine Meat.
That's right. And another thing that all the guys, because I'm going to have time to do it to nobody this time but you. I know you hint pick. If you need me to send your letter to your lady so you can get out on Friday night, I'll do that for you. I know and when you hit pick, you can't get when you hit pick, you can't get out the house, man. I know I used to be in pick. I used to be like that. Just like you guys are.
Well, I definitely
repping all of them guys. They hit pick. Yeah.
Well, I definitely will be there at Buddy Guy's 700 South Wabash this Friday, November the 25th. Yeah. I will be there, even though I might be full from Thanksgiving, but I'm going to roll on over there if I have to, and I'm going to be there because I'm ready to see some hands.
For you, man. Come on, let me shake it down for you.
Well, Bobby Rush. Then, Mr. Rush, did you have anything else that you wanted to let them know?
Yeah, I just want to tell them that I'm going to be doing some old stuff. I'm not going to be doing everything up to the album, but I'm going to be doing a lot of things up to Porcupine Meat. I'm going to be doing the scene, the whole bit. What people know me from in the past. I'm not going to just deal with just this record now because I respect people want to hear, but people want to hear some of my old stuff too. So I'm going to be able to do some old stuff and the new stuff too, and all in between, all in between. And Buddy Guy, I guess he and I are now probably the oldest bluesman around. So it's always a pleasure working at Buddy Guy Legend and doing it with Buddy Guys and Pop Buddy Guys. It just a great thing to me to be able to be friends with him, and we all from the same area. He from Louisiana and I'm from Louisiana, and we all in the same age bracket. And so we brothers, we got to keep the love going, and I love him invited me to the place,
Absolutely.
Marv down there, I call my little brother who managed to run the place.
Oh, yeah, Mark Maddox.
And he does a good job. Yeah, he does a good job, and I just love it, man. We just hit off. Just one of them things. We just hit off, and everything's great. And I take my hats off to all the family, and all the fans that listen to you. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone. Have a good Thanksgiving, and come to see Bobby Rush day after next year, which is Friday, which is the 25th, at Buddy Guy's Legend, 700 South Wabash Street. And I'll be there with bells on. In fact, you can come early before the show, 2 hours before the show. I'll be there meeting and greeting and talking, you know, and have some CDs to sign, some papers to sign, some pictures, whatever you want, just meet and greet. And I'll be there early from 8 o'clock on.
All right. That sound, y'all heard it. Y'all are listening to UIC Radio. This is Blues and News with Brother Jacob, and we got the legendary Bobby Rush on the line, and he's telling everybody that he will be doing a meet and greet with you if you come down to his show this Friday, November the 25th. Hey, Buddy Guy's Legend, 700 South Wabash. He'll be there. He'll sign autographs, take pictures with you. Listen, folks, you don't want to miss this. This is the legendary Bobby Rush, and he'll be singing some of the old tunes or some music off his new record, Porcupine Meat. Mr. Rush, I want to thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to talk with us.
Let me say to the public, if you listen to the radio station now, just remember you listen to Brother Jacob. The Blues News. He's the best in town. If you move that dial, we will cut your fingers off.
Y'all heard him. Thank you so much, Mr. Rush. I do appreciate you, and I'm going to see you this Friday.
Well, thank you very much. Appreciate you.
Thank you. You have a good evening.
Well, thank you. I hope you can record that. You got your good one now.
I sure do. I got it. Thank you so much. And I'm going to see you this Friday.
Again, my name is Bobby Royce, Soul of the Sound, Chicago with the town. Brother Jacob really lays it down. He's the blues guy. He's the news guy. He's all of that and more. And I'm Bobby Royce.
All right. That was great. Thank you so much, Mr. Rush. I'm going to go ahead and play some of this Porcupine Meat. And I'm going to catch you down there at Buddy Guys this Friday.
Okay. I got you. I told him I would have you there. So, did you talk to Gus?
No, I haven't, but I'm already set. I'm already set, so I'm ready to get in there.
Okay, we're good. Anything cool now. Now let me know when you get there so we can talk. Come upstairs in the rest room.
All right, that'll work.
Okay, okay.
Take care. All right, bye-bye, Mr. Rush.